Hi everybody, it's Christy. Welcome on in. Today I'm in the Stand Tall Crafting group event and we are going to do a little something patriotic. So I am waiting for my friend Beth to finish up with her craft, and today we're going to be working with some cute little printables, and honestly this is stuff that you already have, very inexpensive to make, probably in your stash. I did not shop or do anything specific for this one, so hopefully we will have fun with this. So when you come on in to say hello, let me know my comments are working, and I'm gonna wait for Miss Krista to share me into the group. I'm using a lot of different materials today, but most of it is either printables or stuff that you have in your stash and stuff from Dollar Tree. Quite a few things from Dollar Tree. So hello everybody, and also don't forget, if you're watching this on replay, make sure to hashtag replay, and if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know that you guys were here and how you found me. All right, you guys, so I'm just gonna wait for Miss Krista, but I'm gonna share with you some of the printables. So when I look for some paper printables, sometimes I look for wallpaper on either Google Images, sometimes Pinterest, and I found some of these really cute background papers. So we're gonna use those today. I have some littles. Hi, Miss Krista, how are you? I'm sorry, I've been MIA today, and I apologize. It's been a crazy day at work, but I'm so glad I'm here. I'm in my happy place. The only thing I do have that this has been in my stash forever. I'm so excited to use these. This is actually from Tuesday morning. Look at how much I paid. 79 cents. You can't buy anything for 79 cents anymore. So I'm kind of excited and a little sad to use it. Hello everybody. Hi Elizabeth. Hello Sweet Tangles. Hi Beth. How is everybody? Also, the little trays that you get, they look like tic-tac-toe trays. That's what I call them. They're in the little Hobby Lobby section, and they probably have them this year. These I've had, though. And some of them were gifted to me, actually. But I have some of these little ones. Hello, Teresa. Hello, everybody. And obviously, your star shapes, all of that from Dollar Tree. We're going to do our main, not that our main, but we're going to do our bigger one first. If you see these little bottle caps at Dollar Tree, grab them, because we are going to turn them really, really cute. Some of this you can put like in your tier trays. If you guys still use them, I still use mine. Or wherever you want your dough bowls, wherever. Hello, Sweet Tangles Crafts. How are you? So don't forget, up after me is Sheila's Little Treasures. So I did try to tag her. Krista, I'm not sure what's going on with the tagging. You're making supper. What is everybody having for supper tonight? Okay, while you guys are commenting that, I think I'm going to use my little stars background here. So I'm going to go ahead. Hello, Sarah. You'll like this one. Hi, Karen. Long time no see. Hi, Rhonda. Rhonda, I hope you're doing well. Hello, Creative. Oh, I'm missing somebody. Creative by Tony. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is a little bottle cap. I got it from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut this darn tag because that's going to drive me crazy. We may restring this, but for now I'm going to leave it like it is. So I am going to go ahead and trace this onto this. And this is it's like a 5x7. That's how I printed these out. So I just kind of cut it. I tried to do some cutting ahead of time today. And I'm going to trace around it, and then we're going to put our background in here. Hello, Sweet Giselle. Hello, Jennifer. I'm seeing everybody now. I'm seeing everybody. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it on the back, because that way I don't have to see it. But this should be pretty round. There is a little bit of a curve to it, but I'm going to do the inside so it could easily glue into my piece. And we're going to go all the way around as best as we can. And it's okay if we don't get it every single, because there's Miss Sheila with Sheila's Little Treasure. She's after me, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And then we're going to glue this inside. So we are making kind of some vintage slash, I have all kinds of printables. So if you like vintage, if you like even modern, we're going to do a couple different patriotic pieces that you could put around your house. Very small, inexpensive. These will also make really cute little gifts if you wanted to. So I printed mine on cardstock. You do not have to. And you could even use this for a napkin. Hello, Beverly. Santa Rosa, California. It is early where you are. You know, sometimes I wish I could rewind some of my day and be in California again. But life doesn't work like that. Today would be one of those days. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to tuck this underneath. That's going to be hidden. But there we go. So we're going to go ahead and glue that in there. And it's okay. I'm actually going to use hot glue. And it's okay. But you can Mod Podge that in there. You can use whatever you want. I'm trying to think. I don't think this will hold with metal, but this is my favorite glue. If you guys do any paper crafts, this is my go-to glue. It is the Scotch Permanent Glue Stick. I get a whole case of them pretty much every couple months because I go through a lot of this glue. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? All right. So what I want to do is, because sometimes you'll have printables that's facing a certain direction. So you have to pay attention to that part with your hanger because this already has my holes pre-cut. I don't really see the back, but it's still Americana, so it works. So I'm trying to see how I want to position what I'm going to put in here. So, which I haven't really decided which one I'm going to put in here, but I'm thinking it's going to be just like this. I'm going to have my little star coming out. Obviously, stars don't really have a, hi Jennifer, hello Sharon, hi Done By Me. So stars really don't have a right or wrong direction, but if you do have directional prints, you want to pay attention to that. That's the only like real trick that you really have to have with this. So I kind of like the way it is. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of hot glue in the middle. And I'm all caught up. Hold on, you guys. I'm all caught up. I had to rearrange my craft room again because, as some of you may know, my mom was here. And we were crafting in my little spare room there. And it is still a mess from when she was here, you guys. So I have not used this glue gun in a while. Hopefully it's good to me. I don't want to put a lot of clumps in it, but it is going to be kind of like a three-dimensional piece. So it's okay if you do get a little bit of clumps. So we're going to go ahead and tuck this underneath our strings without getting glue on it. And then we're going to lay it down. And that's how I pretty much put my piece in here. You could do whatever you want. You could even use the Aleene's. That would probably be my second suggestion. Hi, Miss Dawn. How are you? I've missed you, dear. Okay. So that's it so far. Looking cute. I am actually going to do a little bit of a border around this. Hi, Toadie. How are you? But I am going to kind of do my middle pieces first before I do that. So I'm going to make it a little three-dimensional, and we're going to use different elements. So we're just going to pretend we painted these. But honestly, I think I want to keep them the way they are. I'm gonna use my vintage photo, though, to kind of turn them a little bit more antique. If that is a word anymore. Everybody says the word vintage. So I am going to find, these are my smaller scissors. Half my craft supplies is out there and half of it's in here, you guys. Hello, Tony, hello. So I think I'm going to use, still debating. I have different printables that I printed out. And it's either the bear or our little dilly girl. I think I was on Mel's Live, and she said these are called dillies. I thought they were all Cupies, but they look like Campbell's Soup Kids, so that's what I'm going to call them, little Campbell's Soup Kids. I know, I miss you. How is your daughter? I hope everybody had a wonderful Mother's Day, by the way. I was super busy over here with my family, but we had an amazing time. So I kind of like the bear, but I'm thinking because I want to do some vintage elements in here, I'm going to go ahead and use our little Campbell's girl. So I'm going to cut her out. I just found her online. So I'm going to cut her out, and we're going to do a little bit of kind of like a three-dimensional look for her. So I told you guys I cut everything out, but I lied. I lied a little bit. I just kind of want her to kind of pop out. And the way you can have her pop out, you could use a few pieces of like the foam tape, which I think is what I'm going to do. But you could also glue her onto like a Jenga block and then glue that down on your paper. Hi, Becky. How are you? I'm trying to catch up with my comments because there's quite a few of you on. And I think my fan gave out on me. So, hi, Lucy. How are you? My fan gave out on me, so I'm a little hot today. It's a little hot. So you guys, I want to let you guys know, some of you, I told you I was in your lives for a few minutes. I had to watch the news most of the day because we had a tornado warning. There was a tornado just a few miles out from us in our neighborhood. It was like headed straight for us. And my husband, like, I got the alert on my phone to stay away from windows and take shelter. And I was kind of nervous. I had to stop working for a while and tell my boss. Luckily, it was near my lunchtime, so I didn't miss too much work. I didn't really miss that much work at all. But it was a little scary because you never know where it's going to go and when it's going to hit or where it's going to hit. So I was a little nervous. I don't know if it was kind of headed your way, Beth. I don't know if you're on here, but it kind of went inland, but it did hit a little north from us. It was a small thing, so I didn't see any real crazy damage, but it's still, because what happened to my mom a few years ago, it's still a little unnerving to be. Yes, I am glad. I'm very glad. You know what's funny? I wasn't even really worried about that. I was like, oh no, if our power goes out or something happens, I can't be in Krista's event. That's what I thought about. Just so you know, I love you guys. I was worried about that. So anyway, so here's our little girl. What I'm going to do with her though, is I'm thinking I'm going to put her on a book page because I have taught this before with you guys, some of you that follow me regularly. Sometimes, this is my book I tear pages from. Sometimes it's good to not have too busy patterns. See how she kind of gets stuck back there? Even if she is popping out a little bit, she's still a little too matchy, if you know what I mean. So I'm actually going to glue her onto a book page. That way I have something in between to make her pop. Hi, Linda. Hello, Teresa. I thought I read it as Tessa for a second. So that's what I'm going to do first. So I hope everybody had a great Mother's Day, though. I had one of the best Mother's Days. There was about 8 of us here. So it was almost like a holiday. So I was a little tired afterwards. I'm not going to lie. Yesterday I took a nap on my lunch break because I just was so exhausted. But we had a lot of fun. We took pictures at the park, which of course the weather didn't work with us then either, but that's okay. And it was a lot of fun. Now you may be thinking, what the heck? She just cut that out and now it'll work. It'll work. Hi, Mom. It'll look good. Just wait. You just wait and see. So, and then we're going to add some other cute little elements too. So this just kind of gives it like a more like vintage look. I just love the look of like these book pages. I've been doing a lot with the book pages lately, like in the background. So wait till you guys see what I have planned. Uh-oh. Sorry guys, I thought I put that on Do Not Disturb. Hi, Linda. We had Amber Alert the other day. Thank God the kids were okay and found safe. Oh my goodness. I know. I don't like when I get those either. And sometimes, you know, because Florida is so big, like you could get an Amber Alert for something that's happening like way north Florida. Usually those people are headed out of the state because there's really only a few ways to go. That's the one thing about Florida. And it's not like, you know, we can do much, but I do pay attention. Yes, Becky's in Kentucky. I feel like everybody was in Kentucky last week for the Derby. Do you guys go to the Derby? Hello, Anne. How are you? Welcome to anybody that's new. I hope you guys enjoy. I do a lot of paper crafting. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do today because I've been so tired and hosting all the people over the weekend. But I'm glad that I found what I wanted to do. Now, if you want to push this up a little bit more, we needed the rain, but it was scary today. It was. I had to, like, I secured everything. But my main thing is, you guys, my husband works outside and he always works the areas where it hit. And it hit over by like the Walmart, like our Walmart that we always go to. So that's what was scary about it. Okay, so if you guys want it to pop out a little bit more than just that thickness, all you have to do is layer your tape. And you guys, this is found at the Dollar Tree as well. It's not in the craft section. It's in the tools section where like the automotive stuff is. You've never been to the Kentucky? Oh, you just watch it on TV? That's probably what I would do. I don't have a fancy, well, I shouldn't say that. I have a couple little hats that I wear for like our events and stuff. I'd probably end up making some crazy creative hat with a horse on it or something if I ever had the chance. My sister did go there. My sister-in-law did actually go there once. And she had a great time. And she left her hat on the plane. She like literally bought this hat and everything. I'll never forget it. It was so sad. Okay. So see how that's going to have that pop? Now we're going to go ahead and lay her down on the end. I'm going to have her kind of looking at the stars here. And now I have her, oop, we put her a little sideways. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I may have to move our little tape here for a second. That's why I always pay attention to your strings. All right. There we go. So now I have her kind of looking off to the side like that. So there's a couple different things that I would like to do. I do have some flowers. I have some ribbon. I have some clothespins that we can wrap and make them into like little firecrackers. I do, however, want to put a star here because it's a little rusty star. But I think I'm going to bring it up a little bit and glue that down on there because there is something we're going to go around. Oh, Tina's here. We were talking about the Kentucky. I know. I'm so sad. I was so sad for you when that happened. So, and I think I'm going to put 4th of July, either that or I Love USA, or I might put the flag. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. But we are actually going to put a little bit of bling on it and put a little bit of this gold just kind of sticking out a little bit just to give it a little something. So let me cut that off. And then we do have our little flags and stuff up here. So what you want to do now is just kind of place things where you think you want it before you glue it down, because you may think about it and you may not like it once you glue it down. So that's why I always kind of lay things out first, which I should have done with the little girl, but that's okay. You know what, guys? I need to pull these back. I used 9 on each. So I did 3 stacks of 3 on her. Yeah. I need to make sure they're all put together correctly. There we go. She's so cute, you guys. All right, so we're going to put just a little bit of gold because I like the way that looks. Back over here. And then I'm thinking we're going to put one of these flags. So, you guys, I miss Tuesday morning and Joann's and all the good places. This is sad, but I've had these forever. And the little stars are cute too. We might add a couple of these little stars up here just to kind of give it a pop. All right, you guys. So American flag, I think, is the one we're going to go with this one. We're going to use a couple of these today in our craft. So now I will say one thing. just a little tip. If you have an older sticker, the stickiness on the back may be a little worn off or dried up. So a little trick is just put a little bit of glue on the back of that sticker and then place it where you want it. So I just gave you a pep talk to lay it down first, but I think I know where I want it. I think I'm going to put it right here. So I kind of like that. Either that or we could use the flag. I'm thinking I wanted to use the flag though. Let me see. We could always hang. Oh, I kind of like that with it behind her like she's holding it. I know you guys probably can't see. I should push you down. Hello, my CBFF. How are you? Now you guys can see a little better. Sorry about that. Now with this does have like a little plastic, like wooden piece on it. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here and here. And the reason why is because I want to go ahead and stick it out like that, I'm going to glue it to the end of that. And then I'll just have to take my thing and go behind. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that, you guys. So I'm thinking. So we can just do 4th of July up there. Yeah, that'll work. I'm just playing with it. You guys can do what you want to do. Hi, Beverly. Is Amy on here too? All right, so I am going to go ahead and do my little piece of glue back here. Let me see where I want it. Yeah, I like that. I think that's where I'm going to have everything because we're not actually going to see that. We're going to put something around it to make it a little bit more festive, if you will. All right, so I'm going to put a tiny little bit. These are like almost plastic. So I'm just going to put just a little dab of glue because that's all it's going to need. These things are so tiny. I'm going to put a few up here because that's from my sticker sheet. We're going to go ahead and just put our little rusty star here because I still have more to do for you guys. And we're going to go ahead and do I'm using Vintage Photo. And these little wooden pieces that you get at Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby, you can find them at Dollar Tree sometimes. I'm going to stain them a little bit just by using a little bit of the Vintage Photo. And you can just do the edges. I'm going to just kind of do the whole thing though. And you can do them any color. Hello, Karen. Hi, Lisa. Welcome on in, girl. How are you? I hope everybody had a good Mother's Day. And like I said, I'm so sorry I didn't get on and wish you guys a happy Mother's Day. I wanted to do like a little video, but we were having so much fun. We got caught up with everything. But that's a good thing. Okay. So now what I am going to do with this one may surprise you guys just a bit. But I'm actually going to do my glue stick on my little wood piece because I am going to glue it straight on the paper. Thank you for the stars, Lucy. I appreciate it. I'm so glad you're good. I saw your post with all your kiddos as newborns. Lisa, that was so sweet. I bet you still remember that. These kids grow up so fast. I can't believe oh, I almost did it on the wrong side. I can't believe my kids are old as they are. It makes me feel old when it's their birthday. That's when I feel old, not my own birthday. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put another one of these little stars here just to kind of mix it in. And then I'm going to wait to put this on because I want to put our other stuff on first. So you guys, when you're at Dollar Tree and you see these like little garland things, always pick them up. Hi, Tanya. Always pick them up because you can take them apart and then you'll have this really pretty garland at the end. So what I'm going to do, you guys have probably seen me do this before, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put it around, and we're going to make like a little border on this little girl so it's a little cuter. You can do the inside or the out, but I like doing the in. I like doing it on the inside. So I just kind of cut mine as long, you know, just a little strip off. And I don't measure. I just measure it and then cut it at the end. So you want to do it little sections at a time. So we're going to start down here. And just be careful that you don't glue yourself, of course. I say that, and then I'm going to that's probably going to happen to me. That's why we have these little things. Or you can use a little skewer, whatever you wanted, really. All right. I'm going to need a new glue stick, too, so that's another reason why we do sections. Because sometimes you run out of glue. These are so cute, you guys. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. I'm going to find my glue sticks. I haven't used my glue gun forever. I've been just like doing paper crafts. Oh my goodness. You told your secret, Lisa. I see that. Hey, my friend, you're doing well. As long as you're healthy, age is just a number. Age is just a number. We celebrated my mom's birthday when she was here too. Okay, so this is where do as I say and not as I do. I'm just gonna tuck this in here and pull it because I've already glued down my flag. I just like doing this part after. I know, doesn't she? My mom looks very great for her age too. I won't tell her number. She can tell you guys if she wants. She's on here. My husband's probably home. That's why my dog is barking. All right, so that's what I did. It's holding on there pretty good. Hi, Mary Jane. So now I'm just going to finish it off this way. And this isn't like anything that I'm sure you guys have like never seen before, but I just thought these were super fun to make, and we're putting spins on all of them. That will stop in one moment. Your only baby's 39. I know, right? They grow. But I honestly hope you guys really had a really great Mother's Day. All right, so now I'm going to take my little gold piece. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and put that bling there because I think it needs it. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue, put it down there. Amazon already came, so it must be him. All right. And you guys, look at how cute this is. She looks like Wonder Woman. Doesn't that look cute? And then, of course, you have the back, but you can paint it if you want. And if you can't find these, they actually have just the, well, I think they they're fading them out. But if you can still find, they had just the plain silver ones. Hello, Marlene. Hi, Kimmy. This is what we made so far. So that is that one. I'm sorry about the dogs, y'all. They'll stop in a minute, I'm sure. That bark is Daddy's home. I already know the bark. All right, I'm going to put this down for a second. Yep, there he is. Aw, thank you guys. All right, so save your scraps because you can still use these, and I'll show you. I don't think he realizes I'm live. I'm on live, honey. He doesn't understand I'm on live. I've seen them. Yes, you have seen them at Dollar Tree. Hello, Pretty Roots by Devonna. How are you feeling, Devonna? I saw that you did not feel good. I'm so sorry. All right, you guys. So because we're on our little dillies, I call them the Campbell's Soup Kids. That's what they look like to me. We're going to do a little Statue of Liberty one that I already cut out. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. We'll go ahead and put a little book page on her. I meant to actually distress the book page, but we'll do it on this one. We're going to do it on this one. How are we on time? Oh, 7:30. Good. I think we'll get 2 more done. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I might just go ahead and make a few more of these and maybe do a little pop-up sale. Who knows? Who knows, you guys? You just never know what we're going to do. All right. My husband knew I had a great... My dogs are looking... I'm so sorry, Krista. I know. It's that time of day. He's actually home kind of late today. So I'm going to try to do this a little quicker because we've got a few more to do. So, but I don't know. I have to have cutesy Americana. If I have any Americana. I don't do a whole lot of Americana crafts. I usually keep spring up through summer most of the time. Not all the time, though. Yes, and there's Miss Sheila. She's up after me. Don't worry about going anywhere. You just stick right here and you see all the rest of our creators tonight. I posted our lineup. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to print it and read it very well today. Read it to you guys. I can't remember, but we had some great creators today. So you can always go back and watch replays. If you have insomnia in the middle of the night and you just can't sleep, it's a great way to go back and watch all the replays in the group. They're all in one place. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do... Sorry, you guys. I had a little... like a little tickle in my nose. Okay. And Miss Sheila is so fun, y'all. If you've never watched her, you gotta watch her. She is so funny. I just love Miss Sheila. Love watching her craft. She comes up with the most cutest, amazing ideas. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sandwich this in. So I know you guys are going to be like, well, what is she doing? I am only going to, let me show you my trick. If I can find a clip for me. Or something. They're all in the next room. That's okay. So you can put a paper clip or like a little like sewing clip, and I'm just going to go around my edges because I'm going to actually sandwich this a little bit so that you won't see it really, but it's got to be sandwiched, and you don't even have to go all the way around it. But we're going to actually put a little skewer in this, and then I'll show you what we're doing here in a second. You guys may already know. You may have seen this one before too. This was like Pinterest inspired for me. So, you guys, my daughter and I were staring at the TV at lunchtime today because we were just a little frantic about this thing. Hi, babe. I'm live.
My apologies, everyone.
Oh, no, you're fine, honey. I'm using a little tool to cut my skewer, and I have my little skewers here. I actually have a few different ones. We're going to just go with this one, though. Well, hi. They're going crazy. You guys hear this? Go, go. Oh, my goodness. Come get your dogs, love. Oh. Be careful not to shoot someone's eye out. Did you shut the door on his tail? Oh, my gosh, y'all. My husband's crazy, as crazy as they are. All right, so what we're doing is we're going to fix up our little spool. This is a little wooden spool. I think I got this at bottom of the bin. You can find them on Whatnot. A lot of people are selling those. I just happened to find a couple of them around, and we're gonna fix this to where we're gonna have this coming out of the little skewer. But first, we're gonna go ahead and work on this next. Sorry, you guys. He's funny. All right, so I got some of my scrap fabrics, my little strips, and I have a couple different ones. I have some blues, some whites. I don't have a ton of reds, but we're going to use ribbon because why not? We can use ribbon if we wanted to. And we're just going to wrap our spools with just our scraps. I'm sure you've seen this before as well. I like to layer mine. I'm going to layer this one in 3s. So all you do is take a little glue. We're going to put that on there. And then we're going to wrap. And you don't have to pull really tight. Just make sure your colors are showing, because a lot of fabrics don't have, unless you have homespun. Homespun would look really cute on this. Happy puppies. Exactly. When daddy comes home, yes, they're very happy. Very, very happy. So there we go. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tuck that under and just have them layer each other just a bit. And I'm going to just go ahead and go with one direction like we have been. Sometimes ribbon gets a little, I'm probably not even going to do this much, but ribbon sometimes gets a little slippery, so you may have to hold that on there. Hello, Siobhan. How are you? Hi, Lori. All right. I think I'm going to end that there. I don't need a whole spool. And then, because I want to add my stars at the top. And now I'll go ahead and kind of hide those raw edges. See how I have my little raw edge there? And I'll just kind of hide it like that. Sometimes you can tuck it too. This one actually looks okay. I'm going to just stick it there. It takes very little glue and very little effort to make these, which I like. All right, next, do I have a smaller piece? I think I'm going to use this one. Sometimes you can twist them too. You can twist them up. And this is cute just by itself, if you want to add this to anything. So I'm going to put some of these little rough edges at the top because I kind of like that little frayed look at the top. Oops. We're turning. You can do a little turn, kind of like that. And then I'm not even going to use all of this. We're just going to put it toward our back. Now I do have a little bit of an edge here, but I'm going to put that toward the back. So now I want my spool in the front, and there's your little spool. Super cute, very patriotic. Okay, I want to make sure I wasn't missing anybody. Now, you can do a little something here if you wanted. You can put a little bit of this garland, which I was thinking about doing. I think that would look really cute with her. So you only need a little bit in a little circle. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And yes, it does make a mess, so just have a trash can handy. How am I on time? Oh, good. I got a little time. So I'm just going to kind of make it a little. And now we're going to put it right in there. So now we have a little kind of 4th of July type patriotic on the front. Now, don't cover your hole too much, but I do have a very skinny skewer, so I am going to have to put a little bit of glue on the inside just to kind of hold it in place. They have different size skewers, so you may want to measure. That's the word I was looking for. You may want to measure. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and put this on, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on it just to kind of hold it in place. We're just using hot glue because these are just little toys type things. And then I'm going to glue this on top so that way it sandwiches it. It just makes it look cuter. I think I'm just going to cut this off at the top because that didn't look right. Yeah, that looks better. And then you just kind of fold it around your skewer. And we're going to hold this in place for a minute. Hello, Natalia. How are you? Thank you for sprinkling out. I appreciate it. It's been a fun event so far. We've had some amazing crafters, amazing crafts today. I'm trying to line up my string. This is so cute. I'm going to cut it down just a tiny bit more. If you see me off camera, it's because I'm cutting. I didn't want that piece to fly too bad. All right. Now squirt that in your hole a little bit. And I'm just going to go all the way down with mine. Yay, it's so cute. All right, now you can add whatever you wanted. I'm just going to add a little star right at the top. The stars I'm using is like a scatter from Hobby Lobby. That's what I'm using. And I think those are out now. Hi, Brooke. Oh, thank you. Miss Lisa, Lisa's Crafting Closet. Yes. Miss Lisa's such a sweet crafter. I love her little ideas. I'm amongst the wonderfuls. That's what I say. Now you can get a little fancy too and add a little bit of beads. You can add another little star. You can even add a little bit of glitter or what we call I lost it, guys. Speckles, whatever it's called. I know, we have to call him later. And happy birthday to my nephew. Okay, so there's that one. Isn't that cute, you guys? I love it. I love it. You can even add it on here. Like, let's put one in the middle. I think one little silver one would be really cute in the middle. Or should we do red? Let's do a red one. Yeah, red is going to look cute. So I'm going to actually add it onto the spool. You love this? I'm so glad, you guys. I was really trying to find something that was worthy of all your crafts today. Okay, there we go. One little thing I'm going to add to this, because I really like this look, is I'm going to actually put a little curly Q, and you can put greenery or whatever you want on this, but stay with me. I got one more to do, but I really wanted to do this one. I'm going to just take my pencil and just twist it around. That's just so it'll make it just a little something cute, something extra. Oh, thank you, Brooke. Happy Mother's Day to you. It was your first Mother's Day. I'm so sorry I didn't get to call many people. All right. I'm so glad my hubby's home. I missed him. Yes, he hasn't really been away, but I've been super busy. See how the cute little curlies, and you can do probably a couple of them, but I love those. All right, so this is what we have so far. We have these two. Now, I told you guys we were going to do another style, and we are. I have another little thing, and this time I'm going to use some different material. I have this like blue, it's like a light star. This I actually have left over from my dog scarves. I thought I had another piece, but I guess I only cut one, which is absolutely fine. So, and then I have this like polka dot. So let's see how far we can get with this one. And because this is going to be hidden, I don't care if it's white and kind of frayed back here. We're going to do it kind of backwards. I'm going to show you this way first. All right. I really like the way it's kind of frayed. All right, so we're going to put that on. And then I kind of line up my little lines together, so there is kind of, or you can layer it, like I said. I do like the layered look. I hope everybody's doing okay. Does anybody have any questions? I would be more than happy to go back to the comments, and I haven't forgotten about my giveaway. I'm literally sitting down and doing all my giveaways in like one day because I can't keep up with them all. All right. I'm going to stop it there. And now I'm going to put a little piece of my darker stars at the top. Just a little piece, I think, is going to be, because I don't want to hide it too much. I'm going to attempt to cut this just a little shorter or skinnier. Okay, so I have about 15 minutes, 14 minutes, and up after me is Miss Sheila with Sheila's Little Treasures. She's a treasure in her she is a treasure herself. I can't speak today, so make sure you check her out. All right, and then I have a special one that we're going to put on this one, which I'm probably just going to hand cut it because I don't think my hole punch is big enough, even though it's pretty big. Okay, there we go. Oops, a little bit more. A little bit more. All right, so there's my little spool for that one. Hi, Peggy. How are you? Oh, thank you, Krista. I appreciate that. I'm going to do more. I pulled out so much just to do this because I was like so excited. I also have like this gingham that you could do too, which would be really cute. But with this one, you'll understand in just a second. So I have this little printable. And if you know me, you know me. I love me my Disney. And we're using Dumbo at the top because he is... Circus is very representational, I feel, of America, even though it's not traditional. I think it's very still representable. And I don't know, I just love the little colors. It's a lot of blues and reds, so I was like, why not? Who's gonna tell me otherwise? So we're putting our Dumbo on here. So let me cut the back of him off real quick. Oops. It's not waste scraps. You can also use any of your other papers too. Any of your other scrap papers that have a pattern at the back. I had no idea how much we were going to get done, you guys. So if you're wondering why I have so much stuff out, that's why. I had no idea. Yay for Dumbo. I knew I knew Beth would like it. I knew Beth would like it, of all people. If anyone, Beth likes it. All right. So same thing with this one. Let me find what I did with my little... We'll go ahead and use the same skewer. And this is a dowel. I don't know why I keep calling it a skewer. You could use skewers, though. And I put the raw edge in. So, just so you guys know. All right. And if you do cut it out wonky, make sure you're cutting it. Make sure you're putting it down the same way. I don't think I did it, but it's okay. The background's cute. You could use these little spools for fireworks. Yes, absolutely. I love using the little spools and dowels and things. Okay. Not bad for it. So I'm going to put him in here. I do need to shorten this just a bit. There we go. So he should be good to go now. I'm going to stick him out just a little bit too, because we are going to put some of our little garland on top. If I can find my end somewhere. All right, now, let me make sure, yeah, I want the stars on top. If you get strings, you can just pull them off. Our next creator, Sheila's Little Treasures. Dumbo was just so cute. Thank you. I know, I love Dumbo. And to me, circus is patriotic too. I think everybody has been to a circus. If you have never been to a circus, let me know in the comments. I know they're not as popular as they used to be, but... All right. There we go. Now, what I kind of wanted to do is put this little... I know it kind of defeats the purpose, but I was going to put it actually on the bottom of Dumbo, almost like it's on there, but let me put him in there first. And always have a mat or like wax paper or something down here too, because you don't want to get your table all gluey. Christy can talk, I promise. Oh my gosh, this is so adorable. All right. I'm just going to go in with glue. You can do whatever you want, but... I love it. So cute. Now, I was going to do a star. This one might be a little big. I think I have a small one. Is Sandra still here? She might recognize this little bag she gave me. But I think I'm going to do a little star right here, because I think he would be super cute. And then I'm going to do one more thing with this. And then it'll be around my time my time will be almost up, so. And you can take any of your oxidized inks and go in with your wood instead of painting them. I just kind of hold them. You can do the same trick that everybody does with like their duct tape. Beth was on before Christy. Yes, Beth was on before me. She's she was a little bit earlier than her normal. I know she goes on a little bit later in the evenings. Sometimes I catch her, sometimes I don't. All right, so I'm putting just a tiny bit of glue. And you could do the other glues too. You could do the other stars, I mean. Like the little scatters, if you wanted. I've been to Bozo's Circus. Does that count? Oh, yes, I remember Bozo's Circus. Absolutely. That's still like a circus. He was a lot of fun. I always wanted to be on the show and play the game to win all those prizes he gave. All right, you guys. So you could do whatever you wanted. I don't know if I love the garland there. I kind of like this around it though. But you can put any type of trim around it. I kind of want to put a little trim on him. But look at how cute he is. Used to see, oh, that's right. I asked you guys a question. I have to read your answers. I love going to the circus. I always love to get the bride on the stick and the monkey. The bride on the stick and a monkey. I love the lights that used to like go in the dark, like that used to, the disco lights. I've been, but I don't remember it. Oh, you have a button as proof. Oh, you're making dinner. Okay. I love Barnum and Bailey's Circus. Oh, in Boston. You saw that a few times. Yes. Oh, okay. So I'm thinking what I want to do is put just a little border around him just to make him pop. I don't know if the gingham works, but I think this might be a little too much. But we can get, you can do red. I don't know. I kind of like it. What do you guys think? I don't think it's that bad. I was on Bozo's show. Oh my gosh, really? On your 6th birthday? Oh my goodness. I used to see Barnum and Bailey's Circus once a year in New York City. I know every January they would come here growing up. In New York City, that must have been neat. Did the train roll into the city? I guess it had to some point, right? How did it get out to the city? I'm wondering. Man, that must have been a lot of work. You know what you could also do? You could put a little feather on here too. I don't have a feather that small. All right, you guys, we're just going to go for it. Because if we don't like it, we can always redo it, right? I'm just going to kind of lay it on there. And remember, this is like the easiest little crafts because this garland, I took a little bit from this and I have still almost a whole star full. I am jealous. I know, right? Right, Amy? Oh my goodness. I always wanted to like win the prizes and play the game. I used to set up a game like in my house to pretend I was on the show. I remember that. I was probably little when I did that, but I think I used to put like cups down or something. Oh, you guys, that's not bad. Look at how cute. I feel like maybe we need something else. I don't know, like maybe a little star. You can put 3 stars. That would look cute. Or you can put it down here on the actual spool. I kind of like it popping like that though. Let's do that. Just to kill some time. We have a few more minutes. And then Miss Sheila's on. And I had so much fun crafting with you guys. It went by so fast. I was having so much fun. Oh, thank you guys. Yes, the red, white, and blue. Okay. Oh, I have such a mess to clean. So there's Dumbo, y'all. I love him. He's so cute. You play the game at Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, I remember the game at Chuck E. Cheese. Fun fact, I used to work at Chuck E. Cheese. And Chuck E. Cheese is the reason why I have 3 children. And that's a story for another day. But that is how I kind of met my ex. But I have 3 beautiful children, so I can't complain. They're wonderful children. All right, you guys. So here is my crafts. So we just took our little spool. I forgot my name on live TV. I was so nervous. Oh, that is so cute. I love that. All right, so we have our little dilly girl. That's the Statue of Liberty or Lady Liberty. And then we have Dumbo. It's something for everyone. I'm telling you, you can do anything, any design with these. And then we also have this one, which is one of my favorites. Your first job was at Chuck E. Cheese too? Oh my gosh. It was one of my first jobs. It was second to first. but I literally worked there in high school. I used to leave school like early. I was in the OJ on the job training program. Like the rest of school hours, I was working. Hey, Lindsay. So these are the crafts we made tonight. I hope you guys love them. Thank you so much, Krista, for having me. I appreciate it. Make sure you check out all of the replays from today. Go see what everybody made. Get inspired, get creative, and do something nice for yourself. I love you guys. Everybody worked at Chuck E. Cheese, it seemed like. I love you guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will be live again on Thursday. So I will see you Thursday for ATC Thursday. Bye, guys.